Everything was so good until the mute.
How long till he figures it out?
MJ, everything was
Hi,
so
Bruce.
good. MJ, everything was so good until the muted. I was like, yeah, no. MJ,
I'm just sitting here like, let's see how long it takes.
Welcome to Third Down Thursdays. Coach Bruce here with MJ. We are always here every Thursday to entertain, to have some fun, and to say stupid shit. That's more so me than MJ. MJ, sir, how are you?
I'm doing great. It was day off today. It was a little rainy, so we didn't do much. I just took a fantastic golf nap, which was amazing. Nap while watching golf. That's what a golf nap is.
I like that. I usually do I usually do baseball naps.
Baseball naps are also fantastic, Paige, and I love those as well. We were watching the John Rahm, Adam Scott, and Jordan Spieth featured group today. So fantastic stuff there. You can tell Rahm's a little tired. You can tell he's a little drained, which I understand. And they had to mute the broadcast a couple of times because he was saying some bad words, I think, when he was missing putts.
Oh, there was one. So it's funny that you said. So there was a drive. I don't know if it was him or if it was like Shoffley or I can't remember who it was, but someone hit a terrible drive, and he just dropped the club, and he just let out a shoot. He's like, "Fuck!" Just loud, just like.
I think that was John Rahm.
I think it was John Rahm because you know what though, like when I saw that, I'm like, "Yo, I felt that."
Yeah. I feel that as well. Yeah, pretty chill day. How we doing, Alex?
What up, Alex? What up?
Yeah, so it not much going on here today. It was a rainy day. But I also don't work until 1:30 tomorrow. So we're gonna play some games tonight. We're gonna get some stuff done, hypothetically.
What's the game of choice? What's the game of choice tonight?
Actually, we've been playing Minecraft.
Really? See, I never got into it.
Yes.
The page laughs.
Yeah.
I haven't gotten into it.
Once a year, she gets me back into it. And Owen's actually going to play with us after the show.
What up, Owen?
So,
shout out to him. Shout out.
Oh yeah. So yeah, it's not much going on. Fairly chill week. And then we're going to be Connor and I are going to the USFL game.
Can't wait. I can't wait.
On Sunday evening. So you're going to see live in person, me and this guy back at it again.
I feel so bad for grabbing that screenshot.
I don't feel bad at all. I don't feel bad at all. I want to print it out just so I can have it in person with him.
I feel
so
bad
when he
about
says
that.
something stupid, just be like, "Bah, what'd you say?
What'd
you say? What'd you say?"
I don't know. Hey, this might be one of your boys. Hey, what up, man?
It's Owen.
Oh, what up, Owen? Oh, yeah. My bad, dog. My bad. Oh, electric. That makes sense.
Proud of you, Bruce. Proud of you.
It does equal 4 sometimes.
So, yeah, I went to the Mississippi Braves game last Sunday, which was really fun. Just a weird thing. So their official scorer had COVID, right? So their official scorer was not there. Their replacement official scorer is this old guy named Craig. And fun fact, Craig's sister-in-law was a regular at my Chick-fil-A for like 6 years.
Really?
And so he's talking about his family, and he mentions this woman, and I'm like, not to be weird, but is this so-and-so? And he's like, yeah, how do you know her? And so I went onto our Facebook group because they had just moved out of town. I went to our Facebook group. I pulled up the picture of us with this lady because she told us she was leaving town. And I was like, here you go. And he thought it was the coolest thing ever. So we became best friends. I helped him with some of the rulings because he was the official scorer. Their replay review was down. So he couldn't replay anything to look at anything. So I was one of the only people in the press box. So me, the intern, and the official scorer were making all the decisions. And so we would just vote, the three of us, and on any decision, so
there we go. We're good. You kind of cut out a little bit. You're good.
Yeah. So that was really fun to use, all my years of experience.
At what point did you actually did you guys disagree at all? Was there any time where You were like, you said something.
Yeah, there was one. It was whether or not it was a single or a double. It was a
agreed, Jack.
Drive.
Looks like a damn triple to me too. Thanks, Jack. Thank you.
And I'm a pitcher, so I'm always going to agree with the pitcher. But this didn't even have anything to do with the pitcher. So there was a line drive into the gap in left center field, and there was a guy on second. Okay. So the left fielder, I wanted to rule it as single fielder's choice and not give the guy a double because he made it to second. Because the left fielder, it shouldn't have been a double. The left fielder took so long to decide whether to throw to second or whether to throw home. He just kept double clutching. And so the guy took off.
No, you got to rule
it. It wasn't a double.
You got to
But it wasn't a double.
You gotta be nice, dog. I get it.
Yeah, they ended up ruling it a double.
Hey,
I was like,
sometimes
it's a home rub. Hold up, bro. I don't know what kind of baseball you watching.
We're experiencing 1 to 3 inches already. We're expecting about 2 more inches.
We're
experiencing 1 to 3 inches already. Yeah. We're expecting about 2 more inches.
Yeah. Okay, Mike, I see you, bro. Home rub. Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. Okay.
Hey, nothing wrong with the home rub.
Anyways. Drunk baseball. I'm a Cubs fan.
Fair. Hey.
That's fantastic. It is much better than being an Oakland A's fan, let me tell you.
By the way, MJ, so speaking of drunk at a Cubs game or whatever, so I don't know if you've been hearing it. No. It's actually a decent transition to it before we talk about how
I'm going to let you do it, yeah.
A lot more, I guess, larger sports media people have been talking about the issues that the concession stands and about how the speed of the game is interrupting the sales portion and the merchandise portion at Major League Baseball games. So that said, MJ, who brought that up again? Who was talking about how, there's some random ass guy that doesn't know jack shit on Third Down Thursdays. I just want to toot my own horn and
I did notice that they extended alcohol sales
8th inning
into the 8th inning.
Not all of them did.
No, but a lot of them did.
A lot of them did, yeah.
Yeah, so, and you did say that.
You knew it was going to happen. Well, yeah, it has to happen. Like the amount of money that is shared between these clubs and their franchises and their respective, I don't know, like fucking providers of food and beverages to the fans. Of course, it's going to happen.
Yeah, so. Normally there's a company for minor league baseball. A lot of them, Diamond Holdings, does their concessions and operates a lot of the day-to-day operations of the stadium. So they need to make their mony, but the team gets a cut of that as well. And so they're both hurting if they don't keep those sales up. So
and then if you don't,
it's either that or raise the prices, and one of those is going to piss off some fans.
You're already paying a shit ton at Wrigley Field right now, so I'm sorry, don't raise that. But because at the end of the day, your face will look like this when you are not getting your alcohol. MJ, how am I feeling? Thank you for asking.
You always make me sound like a piece of crap when I don't ask fast enough.
My bad. I'm sorry.
You're fine. You're fine. It's okay. I still love you. It's okay.
I'm a big time fan of instant gratification. I'm a big time fan of instant gratification. Just ask my wife.
I
know. Anyway. By the way, T-3 weeks, y'all. T-3 weeks until the baby is born.
So, and T-2 weeks till the NFL draft, baby.
I know, and I can't go because I have a baby on the way. But hey, by the way, I didn't even realize this. Pink note sheet. I don't know. You can't really tell because of the light.
No, it looks white.
Yeah, but it's pink. It's kind of
just like you.
I am quite pasty. So what's going on with me, MJ? Well, sir, scared shitless. Baby's coming. The wifey went on Tuesday for an ultrasound. Everything checked out. Baby's healthy. Heart rate's great.
Good.
Celine's doing very well. She's healthy. Everything's good. So they did the measurements like through the ultrasound about the baby's head, body, and legs. So the head is in the
99th,
88th percentile. I mean, yeah, this dome, yeah, it makes sense.
Just look at that. Just look at that.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, we need to.
This thing.
Yeah. Yeah, of course your baby's gonna have a massive head.
Wait, hold on. Wow. Way to not put on your hat.
I'm not surprised at all.
Sorry,
look at you, Bruce.
Got a little.
There's just so much brains all up in there in that head. It's hard to.
So much, or just like empty space to help with. Like it helps with.
Yeah, look at that cranium. Look at that.
Hashtag cranium. Make sure. Hey, if you guys tweet. Oh, by the way, I still got to hand out my PS5 controller. Hashtag cranium. Hashtag Third Down Thursdays. Get after it. And at us.
Very true.
Hey, God bless your soul.
Where does that stack up in this Edge class?
Well played. So yeah, no, everything's good. But here's the kicker, though. Here's the kicker. Her torso is in the 89th percentile.
Oh my gosh.
And her legs are in the 78th percentile. So she's like a big ass baby. I'm like, yo, she's gonna be playing sport.
Oh yeah. Yeah, she's going to be a power forward for a basketball team.
So I think I've never done this, and I've always wanted to do a live opening of something, MJ. So if you don't mind, yeah, no, this is kind of a surprise. I was going to tell you about this, but I really forgot to. Before we get on the topic of everything,
I'm intrigued.
You totally would appreciate this. All right, so got this in the mail today.
Okay. Oh, we're doing an unboxing. Okay.
An unboxing of sorts. Sorry, guys. If this isn't content that's worthy of you watching, stop watching.
Dang, get wrecked.
Hold on.
I'm entertained. I got my goldfish.
Shouldn't take long. Hold on. Oh, maybe it will take long because this box is weird. Oh, buddy. Here we go. Just use the strength. Just go raw power on it.
Oh yeah. Just pure dad strength. Just let it ride. Still, I hope y'all know I still have no idea what we're doing here. He did not warn me about this at all.
All right, MJ. We don't need to put this part out yet. But this part,
I'm assuming that has something to do with his kid, but I have no idea. Yes!
Let's go!
Oh.
Ready?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Can we do it live? Let's do it live. Come on. Do it live! All right, let's go. Yeah.
It's good!
Yeah!
Woo!
All right. Okay. I'm good now. Let me connect all this bad. Connect this.
Nick Saban's going to give her an offer to play tackle in 6th grade.
Oh, man. Home run. Dude, I crushed that. I'm not going to lie. I actually went a lot further than I thought.
I saw the look on your face. You got concerned you broke something.
I did, totally. I was like, oh.
I know that you are going to be the type of dad that Celine has to look at you and your kids and be like, stop throwing balls in the house. And she's going to have to tell you that.
She doesn't have to tell me that. She's going to be like, you need to stop.
Yeah.
Right.
This right here, you need to stop.
Oh, hey, that was a piss missile right there.
It was 330 down the left field line. Proud of you.
Piss missile, dude. But anyway, MJ, no, everything's been good. Life's been good. Actually, got some golf coming up. We'll talk about that later on in the show.
Yep.
But first, MJ, I guess this is the area where we need to make that gold transition to
playoffs. Don't talk about playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs? I just hope we can win a game.
good old Jim Mora.
Playoffs?
Pardon.
We're not talking about playoffs.
So, all right, MJ. So I don't know if you were like, obviously your team that you root for is like safely okay and everything's all good. You know this that. Well, I mean, you have like you have the best shooter in NBA history. You have
the two best shooters. The two best shooters.
In NBA.
The two best shooters.
Okay, you have the best shooter in NBA history. You have the probably third best shooter in NBA history.
Who's number 2? And there's only one name that's acceptable.
Ray Allen.
Okay.
That's who I was thinking.
Okay, that's fine.
That's it. And then I got Klay Thompson after that. Is that okay? Is that
That's
okay?
okay. That's okay with me. That's okay with me.
Who do you think I was going to say?
I don't know. If you pulled like Reggie Miller out your butt, I was going to be real mad.
No, Reggie Miller's like the 8th best. Like I think he was totally overrated. I'm sorry. Like if we had to go through this,
I know that's just because he played in India. Anyway, keep going.
Oh wow, dude, that was something. I don't know, man.
You know, these 100% real cheddar goldfish really do be smacking. I just wish we had sponsors like that so that I could randomly be like,
right?
Right. You know what really hits different before Third Down Thursdays? 100% real cheddar goldfish. Get them now at your local Walmart.
You know what hits?
And they just got stolen by my wife. That's how good they are.
You know what hits even better? Coors Light. You know why Coors Light? Because Coors Light's amazing. You like that? Anyway.
Yes, the Warriors are safe. Yes, I've been watching the play-in games. Hot take.
Oh, we're going there already?
The Los Angeles Lakers would have gotten their butts kicked if Rudy Gobert was playing in that basketball game.
Ooh, yeah, because they wouldn't have gone on a 21 to
if he hadn't gotten WWE on his own teammate and gone for the knockout blow.
That was weak, though. You know, that shit happens all the time.
Don't we like praise Michael Jordan for punching Steve Kerr in the mouth?
I mean, I don't praise him, but
that was like a huge part of that documentary. People were like, "Yeah, that's the good competitiveness."
But
I'm pretty sure Kobe
it never
fought
happened.
Teammates.
It never happened on like in a game like that, though. That's probably the reason why. That's the only reason. That's the only explanation I can give you.
I don't know. I've seen plenty of teammates get like real mad. I guess it's just the public embarrassment that they wanted to condemn. They don't want to get canceled, whatever. But put the man in the game. Like, really? Suspend him? You just hurt yourself more than you hurt him.
You know what's amazing about that, by the way? That they suspend him for that play-in game, and all of a sudden the Lakers win. LeBron James is able to make the playoffs.
Oh, are you spelling conspiracy, Coach Bruce? Actually, I have a real question. Can you spell conspiracy?
CONSPIRCEY.
No.
ACY.
That should be a new segment.
Almost. You'd be surprised at some of this shit that I'm able to. No, that's not true. I've actually been I've always been really good at grammar. I've been really good at grammar.
This was Bruce when he typed it in the phone.
Oh. I should ask your ass to spell it.
I asked you because I know how.
It's been a long time, man. You know when the last time it was since I had to actually write a paper without spell check? Fucking like when I tried writing when I got my when I was going for my master's. Okay, now we're tangenting, MJ. Now we're tangenting. This is what happens.
I've never had to write one without spell check, so I don't know why.
So
spell check got brought up.
All right, real quick. So when you take your when you go for your master's, you have to do like the entrance exam and this, that, and the other for your master's degree or to go for your master's. And in it, you're not allowed to have have spell check. You're not allowed to any of that shit. So you just have to spell shit, whatever. And that was like fucking. How old am I? 38.
You just gotta spell shit. Yeah.
That was like 10 years ago. About 8 to 10 years ago that I was like going for that stuff. Now I'm just like, I don't need to spell shit. I can fucking go. I can use the fucking AI stuff.
The best quote I've ever heard in my life.
What? I don't need to spell shit.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
That's really funny.
Anymore. Anyway, all right. So what are the things playing games? Yeah, playing games. Stay focused. Fuck. Dude. Okay, so last night, obviously, I watched the Chicago Bulls play the Toronto Raptors. Toronto Raptors definitely should have won that basketball game, but before we get to that point, I want to make it. I actually do want to talk about this. I took some little note action because I'm tired of motherfuckers trying to talk shit. So, the Chicago Bulls acquired Patrick Beverley from the Orlando Magic after the Orlando Magic bought him out after the trade. Obviously. Right. And that occurred on February 21st. So my pea-brain head decided to go in and take a look to see what the Chicago Bulls record was since they acquired Patrick Beverley in the regular season. They were
third in the East?
They were 14-9 to end in the regular season. So I thought that was interesting. One of the other things that I took notes on last night watching the game, and I even tweeted about it, I'm really sick and tired of watching this offense and that pick and pop with Vooch. I'm sorry. Like I don't like how he sets a screen, walks away like around the 3-point line and pops it. He's not a good 3-point shooter. Stop shooting threes. He's a good post guy. He's got that nice little hook. Keep it at that. I'm tired of Zach LaVine. Like he played great last night. He woke up. He played contract Zach last night. Contract. Okay. All right, so we're gonna coin that. Okay, contract Zach.
I like that. Texting Jackson.
Anyway, he was contract Zach. And it was. I'm tired of the sloppy offense. I'm tired of a shitty drives to the basket. And okay, so the best example I have for that, MJ, that you didn't watch it, there's 14 seconds left in that basketball game. I can't remember the exact score, but the Bulls were in the driver's seat. They had the ball with 14 seconds left. What does Zach LaVine do? Instead of going to the basket or running the clock out, fucking jacks up a dumbass 3-point shot.
Shocker.
IQ of fucking 0. I'm telling, it was just absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. So that leads me to the Raptors shooting, I think it was 18 for 32 from the free throw line.
18 for 36.
36, thank you. So, and the overwhelming consensus amongst a lot of fans, a lot of people that, and I'm going to call them out, a lot of people that don't know the game of basketball, a lot of people that probably haven't played in a full packed arena, a full packed area or anything. The highest level I ever got to was a little bit of JUCO, and that wasn't even that good. It was the fact that it was a high school basketball game, and even then I wasn't even that good. Packed house, whatever, it is what it is, but these guys are elite basketball players, and these elite basketball players, I'm going to tweet out the article about this later too, after our show tonight, MJ.
Okay.
To let people understand that there is a certain thing about shooting free throws that you don't hear outside noise. The Raptors didn't lose because they heard this.
Particular game, if he steps the wrong way or something.
Visit to Florida State. Asked me, what did you? Patrick said I was down for whatever Coach Hamilton. Underrated passer, doing a nice job.
In terms of the total number or the quality of shots, I'm comfortable.
Tell me, life is really good for him right now. He's in a good hit.
I'm sorry, MJ. They didn't lose that basketball game because you heard DeMar DeRozan. God bless her. And I think that was great. I love the fact that DeMar DeRozan's daughter was supporting the Chicago Bulls, her dad, and doing what she could, and she felt that she was doing to help the team do well. But they didn't lose because DeMar DeRozan's daughter was going.
So no. But Bruce, I have a question. So after the game, Scotty Barnes was asked about it. Okay. And he said, we went 18 for 36. Of course it had an effect.
If it had an effect, you're weak-minded. That's it.
So they can't be weak-minded?
So you don't think... So let me ask you something. When you were on the mound and pitching, and you heard people yelling at you, saying things to you, saying like completely inappropriate, talking shit about you, saying things that you wanted to actually legitimately punch someone over. Did you hear it? Did it affect? Did that actually make it?
But no. Here's the difference. Bruce, I legitimately think that this was different.
No,
because
it wasn't. It wasn't.
Have you heard during an NBA game somebody with that velocity? Like, Bruce, you could hear it.
So do you
clear
think
as day on the broadcast?
Do you think? Well, yeah, but you know why? Because there's mics right next to the basketball.
Let me put it this way. They lost by 4 points. Do I think it made a 4-point or greater difference? Yes.
Okay, I'll give you that, but it shouldn't. That's the thing, because
no, it shouldn't. But also, the Toronto Raptors were not that great of a team this year, so I'm not going to go out there and herald their incredible mental fortitude because they were 41-41. They were completely average. So I'm not going to say that they are above reproach where they couldn't be affected by this. It's a noise that they don't normally hear. They hear the trash talking, they hear the yelling, they hear the they don't normally hear They don't normally hear that.
I actually think that I'm sorry. I don't. I think like you don't hear that. Like whenever I shot free throws in a basketball game, whenever I did anything like that, I didn't hear noise. I didn't hear that. I just focused on my actual repetition of whatever I was doing.
But Bruce, you could see the players hitching in their free throw motions when she screamed. You could see it. You could see it.
I saw one. I only saw one guy, and
I saw multiple. I saw Fred VanVleet do it. I saw Pascal do it. I at least saw those two for a fact. And so all I'm saying is it at least made a 4-point or greater difference because I saw players hitching in their free throw motions. You don't hitch in your free throw motion if you don't hear it, if it's not affecting you.
It didn't affect them. It didn't. They just sucked at free throw shooting. I'm sorry. I'm gonna I don't know if you saw my actual tweet. And to be honest with you, I'm sorry. God bless. Like you could think that, but we're gonna completely disagree on this because I don't think it had a large effect on their free throw shooting. I think they just sucked. I think that bottom line, I think it just sucked. And get over it. And I'm sorry, like I think that's a great thing for this young girl to support. Like I said, to support her dad.
Yeah.
I just don't think it had that large of an effect. I don't. I think they just had a shitty night of free throw shooting. I think the clutch gene did not hit for those players that were shooting those free throws, and it just fell through.
And that's fair. I don't know. I watched the videos. It looked like they were hitching while she was screaming. And given what I've seen out of that basketball team, I don't think that they're mentally strong enough to withstand a weird oddity.
We'll agree on that. We'll agree on that portion.
Yeah. Because, if it was the Warriors or the Nuggets or even like the Suns, like Chris Paul, Devin Booker, KD, right? No, I don't think they actually are bothered by that. But when you're talking about just the average run-of-the-mill NBA team, because the Toronto Raptors were statistically average throughout the entire year, yeah, I do think it plays a little bit of an impact because.
But you have Siakam is one of the best players in the East. He's probably a top 20 player in the East. Fred VanVleet, you have teams marveling to get him in the offseason.
Yeah.
And I like, what was the center's name? What's the center's name? Help me out here. It was something with a P. Petrioli or Piattioli.
Are you talking about on the Raptors?
Yeah. I can't remember his. I can't remember.
Oh, Jakob Poeltl.
All right. Was that it?
Jakob Poeltl, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I thought he was the one that I saw visibly hitching when she was screaming.
Well, let's put it this way. So even if you just look at like their free throw percentages this year, it's not that these guys are bad free throw shooters, right? Because Pascal this year from the free throw line was a 77% shooter, and he shot 5 of 11.
So was it all right? So here's my question, and I get that. I get what you're saying, but my question to you though is, if so that game was win or go home.
Right.
So, do you think her screaming had more of an effect, or the winner go home had more of an effect? And that's an either or question. It can't be one's a part of the other. I want it as an either or answer. You know what I'm saying? I think
Honestly, I don't think like they know it's a winner go home. No, but I think that they know it's a winner go home. If you're going to talk about these being like super high level athletes, I don't think by now, like Fred VanVleet has played in the NBA Finals. Pascal Siakam has played in the NBA. I don't think. No, but here's the thing. I think they have played in so many winner go home basketball games in their career. They have not played with that psychotic little girl screaming her head off right by the basket like that.
So, but you're not telling me right now that screaming has a higher effect on a player shooting free throws than a winner go home basketball game.
Yes, because it's a disturbing noise in the middle of a very routine action of shooting a free throw. You're the one.
No. Just no.
Okay.
Just no.
Okay. I'm just saying that what have they experienced more? That psychotic screaming noise or winner go home basketball games? They've played way more winner go home basketball games in their life. For them to shoot such an extraordinarily poor statistical performance, you can't just put that on a player go home game. Now, you also made it unfair and said it had to be one or the other.
I did, 100%.
It's not just one or the other. That's not how it works.
That's not unfair at all.
But if you have to make it one or the other, no, I'm not going to choose the winner go home game because these guys have played in the finals. You think that, I mean, the only one you can make the argument for really is Scotty Barnes. The other four starters have all played in the NBA finals.
All right, so here, this is a...
So you really think a play-in game freaks them out that much?
Yes,
no.
Yes,
no.
100%.
No.
Screaming does not freak them out. No, you're 100% inaccurate on this.
But if you hear screaming, okay, I understand regular screaming. Miss, blah, 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 blah. But this is like perfectly timed. You could see hitches in their free throw motions because of the screaming.
In one players.
No, you can see it in multiple.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
I don't know what you define as a hitch, but you can see it in multiple.
I mean, since the fact that I've coached high level basketball players, I'm going to
oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to. 100%.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, you can see Scotty Barnes hitch. You can see, who is this?
Share these with me.
You can see Pascal hitch. One of them's Stephen A. Smith. Just literally look up Raptors on Twitter, and you can see them all hitching. Pascal hitches. You already said Jakob Poeltl hitches, so that's three of them.
That's the only one that I saw hitch. Here. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
this is inaccurate. No, this is inaccurate.
I love how upset you are. It's really funny.
Well, no, it's wrong because you're telling me right now.
You can see Fred VanVleet hitch.
So you're saying that a pressure of a professional basketball game to advance into the playoffs to get more money for them to incentivize them didn't have as high of an effect as a little girl yelling and screaming.
Yes, because I think they wholeheartedly understand that pressure. I don't think that is unique to that basketball game. They understand that all year. They think about that all year. They thought about that all day. They thought about that during the game. But what they didn't think about was crazy high-pitched noises that are outside the normal realm of noises they hear during a game.
Trained intensely with loud noises.
With
remarks that are not allowed with different.
Yeah, they have. Yeah, they have.
Yeah, and that has more of an effect.
And that's not a noise that they train for. That's not a noise that they train for.
You don't think that they haven't heard horns going off when they shoot free throws in AAU games or anything like that either? That's something that, what I'm saying? Like, there's all sorts of different things that have happened during a basketball game.
So let me put it this way. Why were the Raptors saying it affected them? Why was everybody on the broadcast talking about it? Why did the Bulls players thank her for it?
It's because it's cute. It didn't have an effect. I promise you. If they want to use that.
Okay, so we have it didn't have an effect. It was an excuse. It was cute.
It was cute.
They've heard this in AAU.
I don't understand where you're trying to get.
The winner home was more. That's 5 excuses for them.
I don't understand.
That's 5 excuses for them.
I don't understand where you're getting though, because like this is completely.
I'm saying
inaccurate information.
I'm saying the Raptors are not mentally strong enough to withstand
and I agree.
out of the realm of possibility noise.
To an extent with you on that.
So they're not mentally strong enough to withstand a noise that they don't normally hear.
But
it's not that they were bothered by a winner go home game because
that had a bigger issue. That had a bigger
Bruce, these guys have played in the NBA Finals.
Right, exactly. And
you think a winner go home game? You think a winner go home play-in game is more stressful than the NBA Finals?
Hold on, let me read this.
So you're no. You're saying that a winner go home game is more stressful than the NBA Finals?
No, I'm saying a winner go home game is more stressful than a little girl yelling at a free throw.
Oh my gosh.
Is that inaccurate?
You're also completely ignoring the noise. Play that noise again. Play that noise again. Play that noise again.
Is a winner? Answer my question.
Play that noise again.
Home game more stressful than a scream?
In a vacuum, yes. In this situation, no. Play that noise again. Play that noise again.
Hold on, let me read this first.
You can hear it over the broadcasters. You don't normally hear crowd noise over the broadcasters.
Let me read this. This is actually really interesting. According to a recent article in the Scientific American Mind magazine by Elizabeth, I don't know how to pronounce that last name, the idea that too much self-monitoring...
You're quoting studies?
Correct.
You're quoting studies? Oh my gosh, this is gold.
Aligns with well-established theory of how the brain learns to perform complex motor skills. Anything from speaking to typing to shooting a basketball. The part of our brain that is the most involved in learning how to shoot a free throw is the cerebral cortex that controls higher order conscious thought and adaptable to novel situations. But as we shoot free throws over and over again, we gradually transfer the control of that activity from our cerebral cortex to another area of the brain, the cerebellum, which orchestrates the lightning fast motor activation needed to perform complex actions. AKA, what that means is it becomes muscle memory. And if that muscle memory is interrupted by, weak-minded individuals, that's what's going to happen.
So we're saying the same thing.
But it's a muscle memory. What I'm saying is
we're saying the same thing.
Correct, in a different way. It's a muscle memory type situation. However, it was because of the moment, not because of that girl. Because they should be muscle memory is something you just inertly do because you've practiced it enough times. Am I correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
And here, okay.
That's it. Thank you.
No, but these guys have been in elimination playoff games before. They have not, unless you can pull up more video, had a noise that was so loud, it was louder than the broadcasters on the broadcast. They have not listened to that before, unless you can pull up more video where you hear fans screaming so loud that it is louder and the broadcasters have to stop talking because somebody is screaming so loudly.
I watched the whole game last night. They never stopped talking. They usually stop talking during free throws anyways.
Okay.
But I'm just saying.
So you think that you're going to look me straight in the eyes and say that noise was completely normal?
No, I'm not saying it wasn't normal.
So it had an effect on them. If it's not a normal noise, it has an effect on them.
No, that's manipulative tactic, and I'm not going with that. No, I think the game had
gosh.
The game had more of an effect on how they played than the actual girls' scream.
So I once again will say, you think a play-in game had more effect on these guys than the NBA Finals? These guys have won the NBA Finals before.
The game had more of an effect on them than the girls' scream. I
just think that's hilarious.
Same. I think it's hilarious how you think a little girl can make that big of an impact.
Yeah, I think it can make a 4-point impact. I think hearing a noise they've never heard before can make a 4-point impact on free throw shooters.
No.
I also don't think it's that black and white, but since you made it like that, I'll play the game.
It is black. Okay, fair. It is that black and white.
It's not.
I expect. Why are you going high pitch?
So you think the human brain is black and white? You think the way human beings process emotion is black and white?
No, there's a gray area. However, when you're in a situation where you are like doing an actual physical activity, of course they scored first. in the middle of actually performing an activity that you've done over and over and over again to a certain percentage, like you just said, again, muscle memory takes over. Again, this is shit that I fucking studied. Like these are things that like I've gone over and over and over again.
Yeah.
And I genuinely think and believe that it didn't have as large an effect. Okay, so the one thing that I'll give you, and this is not me like conceding this argument, the one thing I will definitely give you is the 4-point swing. I will give you that.
That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it was the sole reason they lost the basketball game. I'm saying it was at least a 4-point swing.
What I'm saying is the free throws. I'm looking at it from just a sheer free throw perspective. Like, yeah. I'll give you the 4 free throws. How about that?
Yeah, that's all I was saying.
I can't believe
that's all I was saying the whole time. You're the one that went all science study man on me.
I did.
I was just saying it was a 4-point swing.
Oh my god! You got me going.
I said.
You got me going.
I didn't do anything.
I still love you.
But you know what happens when you get going, and sometimes you get a little overexcited. You need somebody who will back you up. Sometimes that's some good insurance.
Erie Insurance says here's to the grown-ups who move, mortgage, mow, and still bust a move. But does your home insurance still fit? Erie helps you protect the home you've grown into, all at fair prices that are often less than the other guys. So how do you find the right coverage? Magic. Nope. Local independent agents who get to know you like this.
Your local Erie agent is Building Block Insurance Group. Get a quote today at 704-464-4544.
Erie Insurance.
And when you call
Erie
Insurance, make sure to email Jeff at mybebig.com or call the phone number that Bruce knows and let Jeff know.
704-464-4544.
And let Jeff know that Owen is better than him at Call of Duty.
All right, I gotta say this, MJ. The fact that so you guys didn't see this. Like, I started laughing my ass off about this. So MJ and I have a private chat that we can go back and forth with each other on the platform we use. And no joke, this is exactly what I said. I'm like, legit, that might have been the most fun I've had in a while. And MJ was like, right at the same time I sent that, he's like, good shit.
That was hilarious.
Right, so let me finish this real quick because like I did have some more NBA stuff.
Go for it.
I didn't expect that to take as long. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
All right, so regardless of the Bulls and screaming DeMar DeRozan's daughter, I have Milwaukee winning in the first round. If it's against the Miami Heat, which I think it's going to be against the Miami Heat, I think the Bulls lose tomorrow. Excuse me. I have Bucks in 6, and if it's against the Bulls, Bucks in 5. Next game, I have Cleveland and New York. I have the Cavs in 6. I had explanations for this, by the way, but I don't care anymore.
That's fine.
Cavs in 6. Next round, I have it's the 76ers in Brooklyn. I have the 76ers sweeping Brooklyn. Boston and Atlanta. I think Atlanta has one game in them. Boston in 5. Western Conference. We got Denver versus Minnesota. I think the Nuggets sweep Minnesota. Next series, excuse me. Suns versus Clippers. I think the Suns win 6. Sacramento Kings, a 3 seed against Golden State. I think Golden State wins in 6. That was what I was talking about earlier, by the way.
Yes.
So this is the one. This is the one where I think I'm going to get a lot of shit for. I have Memphis losing to the Lakers in 6 games.
I don't disagree with that at all.
Next round. So we got Bucks Cavs. I have the Bucks in 6. Next series, I have 76ers versus Boston. I have Boston in 6. Western Conference. I got Nuggets versus Suns. I got Suns in 7.
Ooh.
I got Suns in 7. Next round, I have Golden State versus the Lakers. I have Golden State beating the Lakers in 5, MJ. In 5.
Round them up, get them out of here.
All right, so Eastern Conference Finals, I have the Bucks versus Boston. I have the Bucks in 7. Western Conference Finals, I have the Suns in Golden State. I got the Suns in 6. Sorry, MJ. In the finals, I have the Bucks versus Suns, and I have the Suns in 6. I have the Suns winning the NBA title.
Wow. I don't have the whole bracket thing in front of me. I'm just gonna say I have a repeat NBA Finals. I think the Celtics are the best team in the East. They are the only team in basketball that is top 5 in offense and top 5 in defense. And I think the Golden State Warriors will just wipe anyone in the West when they are fully healthy. And they are fully healthy. Because when you look at the Warriors lineup, they will just run you to death. And I don't think there is any team, including the Suns, including the Nuggets, including the Lakers, they just physically cannot keep up with the Golden State Warriors.
had to toss that up there. No, I don't just honestly, I don't disagree with you. I really like the Warriors. I love their offense. They have obviously, and we talked about this before. Their shooters. They have the best shooter in the NBA. NBA history. They have and they have a guy. They have guys on their bench who could start for
a lot of playoff teams.
Right. So I don't disagree with you. I just, for whatever reason, like there's a little bit of part of me that wants, even though, hey, shout out real quick to Michael. Sorry, Mike. Chris Paul. I want Chris Paul to get a ring. And he hates him, dude. This guy hates him. Yeah, he hates Chris Paul. I get it. But that Suns team, I got to do more research on their bench. But man, that starting lineup, that's a scary starting lineup. It really is. So,
yeah, but they haven't played together during the regular season, so I don't trust them.
That's fair. That's a fair point. I thought. Well, Durant played how many games with them?
Like 5.
I think it was something, and then he rolled his ankle real bad. So that's what's scary. But I don't know, man. I think that's a scary team. And while you're right, like getting that chemistry and that those X factors that are those other tangible things or intangible or whatever, you know what I'm saying. That's a tough thing to get, but I don't know, man. For whatever reason, I just think the Suns. It'll be the Arizona's year. It's Phoenix's year to get some loving.
I don't know. Real quick, we got to run through some things. So I'm going to MC. We're going to get through some topics in the last 15 minutes. We're going to be on point. We're going to be succinct, and we're going to get some stuff done. Number 1, we're going to start with Bruce. 36 holes in 36 hours.
Ooh,
Go.
36 holes in 36 hours. Your boy tomorrow is going to be tomorrow, something like that. We're going golfing, and we're doing 18 holes, and then the following day 9 holes early in the morning. So I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared, a little freaked out because this will be the first time out this year. Kind of crazy, kind of wild, and looking forward to it though. We'll definitely post on our social media. Make sure you guys can see my amazingly trashy swing.
Score prediction for the first 18.
Ooh, played the course before, know everything about it. First 18, first time out this year. Actually, I usually do well my first time out. I'll say 94, 95, 94. I'll go 95.
Okay. Sounds good. And then we're going to move on. Bruce, just a simple question. Just a simple question. Will Aaron Rodgers be traded before round 2 of the NFL draft? Yes or no?
Before round 2 of the NFL draft?
Yes.
Oh yes, 100%.
Yes.
I think he's traded. I think he's traded the week leading up to the NFL draft.
Okay, I like that. And who will the Bears select with their first pick in the NFL draft?
Man, you really are trying to flying through all this, huh? I
am.
You got something you want to say? I know it.
No,
Fair. So the reason why I pulled the NFL mock drafts is because I don't know if you saw it, but I think it was Mel Kiper from ESPN ended up saying that there's gonna be 4 quarterbacks picked in the first 4 picks of the NFL draft.
Yep.
That's never happened in the NFL, and I'm sorry, I don't think that's gonna happen. I think that's completely. I mean, obviously he knows more than I do, but I don't think that's gonna happen. That being said, if Jalen Carter falls to the Chicago Bears at number 9, the Bears select Jalen Carter. As much as I didn't want it to happen, I think that's what they go for because there's nothing. God bless the people and their families that lost their lives on that terrible day that he was racing and messing around being fucking dumb. However, as a talent. So separating the personal life to the professional life. Professional life, he could be an absolute stud if he could finish drill, and he could be somebody that it could make an immediate impact on defensive line and help those linebackers, Edmonds and Edwards, this upcoming year. So if that's like, go for it right away. If he's gone, it's going to be an offensive tackle, or I know you want an immediate answer, but or it could be a situation, and this is the stuff that I've had conversations with. I'm not going to put the name out there. It's MJ. You know him, but I'm not going to put the name out there. But in conversations with somebody, the Chicago Bears have actually been in talks with the Pittsburgh Steelers about trading down. With the Steelers would move up to number 9. The Bears would move down to their first-round pick and also get their second-round pick back. It's kind of weird. I don't know. There's another additional draft pick that the Chicago Bears would give them too. So that's in talks. There's nothing that has been completely solidified in that. I will tweet stuff out if I hear it, but I don't want to put it out there if I don't know for sure. That being said, they're going to go offensive lineman. I'm just going to say it right now. They're going to get an offensive lineman.
Okay. I like it. Last thing I think that I have, Coach Bruce, the Tampa Bay Rays are 13-0 to start the NFL, MLB. They're playing sports. That good old sports ball, stick rock. They're hitting the ball around that park, don't you know, real good, as they say down here in the South. Coach Bruce of the Tampa Bay Rays. I got sticks World Series contenders.
Yes, you can't say no to it. They're usually a playoff contender right away. They're always good. Their market is small. They get no one to the games because for whatever reason, Tampa Bay doesn't want to follow their fucking team. But
stadium's also trash. But yeah,
true, very true, very true. However, World Series contender. Yeah, why not? Because they get to the playoffs every year, and their pitching is always solid. So yes.
Real quick, over under. I guess it's not exactly an over-under, but will the A's have more wins than millions of dollars spent on their payroll this year?
Wait, hold on, say that again, sorry.
Will the Oakland A's have more millions of dollars spent on their payroll or more wins this year?
Oh. I'm going to say millions of dollars, dog. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Their payroll this year is a little higher. It's at $45 million. So...
all right, fair. I'm gonna stick with the millions.
I would also stick with the millions. I think that's still a very fair assessment.
Where'd MJ go? I don't know what happened to MJ, guys. Real quick, before we end it. Oh, there he is. He's back. But before we end it, I don't know what the hell.
I tried to click on the banners to go take the banner off, and I just yeeted myself. I don't know what happened there.
I was like, all right, that's fine. I'll just end it. So, here, real quick. So I got this.
Yes.
Okay, sorry. So real quick, I had to put that in there. I apologize for not doing it earlier and not talking about it earlier. Jonathan Toews, legend in Chicago Blackhawks hockey, Chicago sports history. Last game as a Chicago Blackhawk tonight for I was into Chicago Blackhawks hockey back when I was like a yee lad. I like Tony Almonte, Jeremy Roenick, Ed Belfour, all those guys back in the day. Stopped watching hockey, didn't get into it. I was like, whatever, it is what it is. It wasn't played on TV. They didn't show it on TV. They didn't show it on Comcast. They didn't show it on Sports Network or anything like that. So when I did see them play, it was on Fox with the amazing glow hockey puck and everything. Glowing hockey puck. There you go. That's the word I wanted to use. But that said, though, in 2007, I believe Jonathan Toews was drafted to the Chicago Blackhawks. Patrick Kane came. Got Duncan Keith. You got, I know you like that. I know you like that. Duncan Keith coming. You just had a team that grew and made hockey relevant again in the city of Chicago. And I loved it. It was awesome. It was an excuse for me to drink in my 20s. And it was a fun time. It was a great time seeing I saw to be able to see the Stanley Cup in person, to be able to touch the Stanley Cup, to be able to meet people that I wouldn't meet at that time was pretty cool. So congratulations to the captain. He's one of the best ever to do it. He will go down and as one of the best Chicago athletes. Some people put him on a Mount Rushmore of Chicago athletes. God bless. I hope you do well. I hope your health gets better. Let's go, number 19. We root for you. And I'm rocking a Blackhawks shirt because of that man right there. Let's go.
Last thing before we get into a few minutes of fireside chat, Owen says Milwaukee needs an NHL team. Yes or no? I don't disagree.
I agree.
I like it. I like it. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the fireside chat with the MJ and the Coach Bruce.
Oh, nice. You got it.
Oh, I got it. I'm on point today, Bruce. I am on point.
I felt that. Oh, we got to turn on the loop.
And I hope you know that I knew exactly what I was doing with that DR DeRozan.
100% you did. I know you did. Believe me. That's why, if you noticed, when I was getting angry, and all of a sudden I was like, you know what? I know what he's doing. I'm going to sit back and stop being a fucking idiot. But no, I loved it.
It was so funny.
I loved it. It was good. You know what, though?
I want to mark.
I was about to say.
This day, April 13th.
I did.
2023 is the day that Coach Bruce cited a scientific study. You started reading that, and I was like, what are you doing? What are you reading right now?
So that's a part of the article that I'm actually going to post about. And I gotta take.
It's like, what? Huh?
Oh wait.
What do you mean?
Exploded.
It exploded?
Show Bruce.
Uh-oh. What'd you do?
I mean, yeah. I'm just going to mix it up. Anyway, it's meatloaf.
It exploded.
Yeah.
It looks good, though.
It looks good. What you talking about?
The rice isn't done.
That looks delicious, bro.
So are you? All right. So I gotta ask.
Left.
Are you a ketchup guy on meatloaf or no?
I will be putting some ketchup on the meatloaf. Yes.
Yeah, that's what's up.
Absolutely. Mix it up. I think she got some rice going. Yeah.
So you know what's actually really good too with meatloaf? I used to love this too. I used to put the ketchup on the meatloaf, but then macaroni and cheese on the side.
Oh, I like that.
Hardy is a motherfucker.
I like that. That's good.
Yep.
Let's see. So yeah, we're gonna be at the USFL game this Sunday evening. It's the last game of the week. I believe we have field access, so I don't know. I have no idea what this is gonna look like. If Connor and I can both be down, like how any of that works. But huge shout out to the USFL, who's been very, very nice working with us. Heather Jeffcoat at the stadium there in Birmingham. So again, I don't know what this is going to look like. I'm not very well versed on the USFL, so we're going to have to work on that. Oh, absolutely. Oh, this looks so good.
Look at this guy eating food.
This looks so good. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this is going to be dinner in a couple minutes.
There it is. There's the cat soup.
There we go. But yeah, I'm very excited for that. And to be able to, help Connor, a senior in high school, start doing stuff like this that he wants to do. I don't even think this is going to be his major. But
by the way, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, but he's going to be at Mississippi State for the next 4 years. He really wants to do stuff for us at State. So I'm really excited about what he can do with us for the next few years.
So I was talking to you about this in the pre-show. And so I got to bring this up.
Oh, yeah. Your closing story.
Yeah. Closing story. So, guys, I was on the phone with somebody. And we're not going to go into specifics. We're not going to say what I was doing or anything like that. They were asking me, they're like, oh, everything was going well, and they were like, oh, what's your name? I'm like, oh, my name's Bruce, and they're like, oh, okay. They're like, what's your last name, Bruce? And I'm like, Males. All right, so for those of you that don't know my last name is Males, and then ever since I've told anyone my last name, they genuinely usually say, excuse me, what's your last name? And it's happened for years. Like, it's nothing new, so I'm used to it. So my response has always been like the gender. Okay, and I get it. Before y'all fucking get pissed off at me, I'm gonna continue to say it, first of all. Secondly, it's not as acceptable, I guess, in the culture that we are living in anymore. But that being said, I was like, oh, like the gender, males. And if you look on my credential, it actually is males, males. And nothing bad, nothing, whatever. That's just my last name. So, and it's like the gender. So that's what I've always said. I'm just used to saying it. It is what it is. This person proceeds to say, "Oh, okay." Click. Just hangs up on me. Like, okay.
Rip.
Yep. It was the. I
Huh? Yeah. That's perfect. Yeah.
But yeah, it is what it is. I wasn't trying. Maybe she thought I was trying to make fun. Maybe she thought I was trying to like just goof around, I guess. I don't know.
But that really is your last name. And shouldn't she know your last name to start? Like,
no. But anyway, MJ, another amazing time. I don't know. This might be the first. This might be the first show you didn't talk about Aaron Rodgers. I talked more about Aaron Rodgers than you did.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that, man.
All right, we'll leave it at that. Wait,
I don't want to talk about him.
All right, MJ. Well, that being said, my guy, you're always more than welcome to play our and your favorites.
This is a guy I want to talk about. This guy right here.
The card guy, MJ.
Hey, Bruce.
Hey, MJ.
Go Warriors.
Hey, MJ.
What?
Hey, MJ.
What?
If he steps
Oh,